Aloha everyone, what is going on my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video we talk about skilling offhands, because we have some new information about them based on our recent live stream. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go!
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, a little bit of a recap. This was actually shown off a long time ago, 2017, for a Game Jam update. Last we heard about it is around a year ago during an Epic Jam where Mod Shani was showing off progress towards this update. Basically, it's a bunch of offhands that were designed to be added into the game that you would augment with invention, and you will be able to train skilling, level them up, have perks obviously, so it'll improve your skilling in that way. And you can also train your invention skill. Not only did this work with pretty much all skills, so it was another way to train invention through skilling, but it was also a way to train invention with skills that previously didn't have assigned invention tools. Now, a year ago during the Epic Jam, Mod Shani showed off a couple of these offhands and exactly what they did, because not only do they give you access to other skilling perks through invention, but they had special functions depending on which one you owned. They would do things like sacrifice your resource for more XP, or give you a chance of double resources, those kinds of things. However, fast forward to now, Jagex has come out with a live stream where they basically said that this concept of the skilling offhands update is pretty much scrapped. They're not going with this idea, considering it had a lot of balance issues, since any one of these given offhands that they showed off way back when pretty much worked with all skills, and doing something like that or balancing something like that to work with all skills is no easy task, so they're taking a different approach. In a recent live stream, Mod Osborne finally shed light on this topic. He didn't give a whole lot of information, but there is enough to infer at least some things about what to expect. First off, as I said, he's not going to be doing the scale or the approach that Mod Shani originally was going to do. However, they do plan on implementing some skilling offhands before the end of this year, adding them to some reward spaces. I don't exactly know what those reward spaces are, but we can kind of narrow it down considering all the updates we have left expected for this year that could potentially have rewards is the Orphan Dig site and the construction updates. In terms of at least skilling updates, there is a new quest coming out, so that could potentially have a skilling offhand reward as well, but we know very little about that quest, so it's hard to say. That said, considering that they don't want to go with the Mod Shani approach because it was too broad and balancing would have been a much larger thing to implement and actually tackle, it seems like whatever this update is going to be on a smaller scale and potentially more specified, meaning whatever skilling offhand we're going to get is probably going to be associated with a specific skill or just a small handful of skills. Which does tell me that if it is coupled with the Orphan Dig site, it is potentially an archaeology offhand, or if it's with the construction update, it could be a construction offhand. And if it comes with the upcoming quest, then that's pretty much a wild card, and it could potentially be any skill. But yeah, like I said, based on the way Mod Osborne presented it, it seems like the approach they're going for is a hyper focus on a specific skill for an offhand, as opposed to a group of general offhands that could be used for virtually all skills. Let me know what you guys think about that approach. While it is convenient to have just a couple of offhands that work with the vast majority of your skills, it would feel pretty homogenized, and at the same time they could never really make them too intricate or too integrated in any one given skill, since they need to be broad. Whereas if they do attempt to go with a more focused approach and make them skill specific, they can really fine tune whatever the benefits for these offhands are and make them really work for a specific skill. Finally, the last thing I want to say is that if this is the approach they're going for, where it's specific to a skill, this does most likely mean that they're not going to be able to come out with an offhand for every every skill for at least a while. It would probably roll out skill after skill as updates come out, whereas if they just came out with generic ones, then every skill would be able to benefit from offhands from the get-go. I don't know, there's pros and cons to both, so do let me know in the comments what approach you would prefer. I'm going to wrap up the video there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date in all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Aloha.